What's up? What's good? It's your boy and your favorite host, Tommy Springfield, aka the king of all things related to talk TV, radio, internet, cell phones, fax machines, text messages. You can be from the suburbs or the hood. You can be sitting in the barber shop. You can be in the hair salon. It doesn't matter if you speak English, Spanish, Chinese, Japanese, whatever form of communication you using, we got you covered. It's only a few types of talk we don't do over here. That's pillow talk, talk hate, and talking to law enforcement. If you new here, click that like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, click all so you can get notifications every time I drop one of these videos. Why not? It only helps the channel grow. It never hurts you. Before I get into today's video, I got one question. Can I talk to you? I don't think you heard me. I said, can I talk to you? As you can see in the background, today's video obviously is about human trafficking, something that's serious. But I thought this was a crazy situation. Dude gets 448 years deservingly. Let's get to the video.
Developing now an incredibly lengthy sentence handed down in the last hour and a half in multiple.
By the way, we are 420 friendly over here, so if this offends you, move on. You know, I got my 420, I got my coffee. I would love to smoke with you. You can hit it. But let's get back to the video.
Human trafficking cases.
The victims of this man, Robert Hawkins, detailing the horror they went through before a judge delivered that sentence that'll take multiple lifetimes to fulfill. Fox 31's Nicole Fierro joins us live at the courthouse with this historic sentence. Nicole?
Yeah, 448 years. Robert Hawkins is now facing, and the head prosecutor says that she believes this is the longest human trafficking sentence in U.S. history. The longest one before this, also out of Colorado, that was 401 years. News victims tell us they're happy that they faced their fears, they testified, and spoke to be a part of this history. Now, 448 years came out of more than a dozen counts against Hawkins in 3 cases that covered 7 victims, 4 adult women, 2 juvenile girls, and 1 man. We heard from them, the 13-year-old girl who said Hawkins was 40 when she...
So this man had human trafficking sentence, 4 women, 2 juvenile, 1 man, testify in 3 cases, arrested, cited, detained for 57 offenses between 1997 and 2003, on probation in 2012 for pimping a child. Now, these are some disgusting charges, right? I have no issue, but I have an issue. Why, when black people get arrested for crimes, they put our whole life, like, look, from 1997 to 2003, right? Go look at when white people do crimes. Go look at it. Just don't believe me. Just Google the news when white people commit crimes. It's always going to say, oh, they went to college, they did this, they did that, but they don't seek out the good that we might have did. Not saying he did anything. He deserved all 448 years in prison. Let me make that clear.
girl who said Hawkins was 40 when she was manipulated by him. She is 17 today. The lifelong sentence these victims say they face every day after the trauma of sex trafficking and human trafficking under Hawkins. Now, with each count, prosecution read a victim's name it was connected to. Prosecution also pointed to a note in the pre-sentencing investigation report. It did say between 1997 and 2003, Hawkins was arrested, cited, or detained for 57 offenses in 20 plus cases. They were all dismissed. They also said he got probation in 2012 when charged with pimping of a child back then because that 16-year-old.
Now, here's the next problem. From whatever they said to 2003, he was arrested for 57 charges, which were all dismissed, right? Which means You can't talk about those charges or use those charges against him. Once again, I am not defending this man. Robert Hawkins deserved all 448 years in prison. But I'm just telling you why this sentence is most likely going to get overturned. Because in the court of law, things you were charged with, things you were beat, have nothing to do with his case in 2024. Those all happened pre-2020. Those happened pre-2003. This is 2024. So, whole 21 years later has nothing to do with this. That's why Harvey Weinstein case was overturned, and I'll show you in a minute.
In that case was too afraid to speak. Now, we didn't hear from Hawkins himself. His attorney said he advised him not to speak because they plan to appeal. His attorney also said the defense attorney said that victims were sanitized and made to be pure victims in this trial, and that the truth is a lot more grayer. Now, let's hear from one of the victims herself and a juror in this case that went 15 days long. The juror is going to speak first.
The weight of it, knowing that so many people had experienced such trauma and over such long periods of time, it was really just difficult to hear those testimonies and those stories.
Now you heard what she said. The trauma of all those people. That's because they was allowed to hear about what he did from 97 to 203, which is why Harvey Weinstein case is overturned, right? Look, why was the conviction of Harvey Weinstein overturned? The conviction, New York's Court of Appeals found a trial judge in the rape case prejudiced Weinstein with egregious improper rulings, including the decision to let women testify about allegations that which Weinstein wasn't charged with. In its decision, the court's majority said it was an abuse of judicial discretion for Judge James Burke to allow testimony from these other women about loathsome, alleged bad acts and despicable behavior without questioning. This is appalling, shameful, repulsive conduct that could only diminish the defendant's character before the jury, they said. Weinstein's attorney, argued that Burke also swayed the jury by giving prosecutions permission to confront Weinstein if he chose to testify about his past history. He said Weinstein wanted to take the stand but opted not to because he would have to answer questions about more than 24 alleged acts of misbehavior dating back 4 decades, including fighting with his movie producer brother, flipping over a table in anger, and snapping at waiters and yelling at his assistants. You see, you can't muddy up a trial with someone's past. You could only muddy up a trial with the current situation. So, once again, I'm not saying I'm for this guy, but what happens in America is these prosecutors be so ready to send dudes to prison that they overskip the law, and then later these dudes get out of prison and you don't even know it. So you sitting here cheering like, yeah, he got 448 years. But you don't never find out, he overturned it and he got out in 10. And he's amongst you and your kids right now. But anyways, let me finish the video out.
It's great. I just want other women, children, men, kids. It's not just women, and it's not just men that sex traffic people. It's also women. And I just want whoever is a victim to come forward, and it's okay. It's okay to come forward and get justice that they deserve.
That victim tells us the first time in years tonight, she believes she is going to sleep well tonight, that it was scary seeing him in court again. Now, also, this ended right around 4 o'clock, immediately after we spoke to the juror, the victim. Then we went right into a press conference with the DA, the FBI, Denver police. They say that they hope this historical sentence sends a message that human trafficking will not be tolerated in this community and will be aggressively prosecuted. We'll hear a lot more from them coming up tonight. Reporting live here in Denver, Nicole Fierro, Fox 31.
Developing now.
So as you can see, they not playing in America with this human trafficking stuff, even though your government officials are all involved and all take part in this. But that's another video for another day. And like I said, man, this dude probably overturned this case because a lot of things were done not in the favor of justice, but in the favor of getting this man for things he did in the past. But like I always say, click that like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, hit all so you can get notifications every time I drop one of these videos and give you my unbiased opinion. I don't know that dude, don't care about that dude. And like I always say, why not hit the like, share, subscribe? That's how your favorite channel got to 1 million subscribers and 1 million views. People gave them a shot. If you're a supporter of the channel, much love and respect goes out to you. Salute. And if you're one of them haters, cut this shit.